Now class 10, get ready for the online classes. As I told you, we shall go for the national movement in India. On the page number 54, we have the very first topic, the first World War, Khilafat and then cooperation. Previously, I have mentioned to you all that before Khilafat or Swaraj movement, which was cumulatively was called non-cooperation movement, was carried on the leadership of Mahatma Gandhi, who just have came from South Africa in India and had a good experience of success of Satyagraha. Three Satyagraha movements were very active in India, carried on by the Mahatma Gandhi. So, let us know, after the last Satyagraha that happened in 1918 in Ahmedabad Mill Worker, so it was after 1 year in 1919, national movement was spreading to new areas, incorporating new social groups. Many social groups were getting accumulated and they were getting under this concern, and there was a new kind of mass struggle there. And this mass struggle concept was carried on by Mahatma Gandhi. But we have so many questions regarding this, that what we understand about these movements, how it worked, how it got developed, and what implication did they have, इसके प्रभाव क्या रहे और इसका ऐसे आंदोलनों का विकास कैसा हुआ. First of all, let us talk about the new economic and political situation created after World War I in India. We were under colonial power, and defense expenditure of our colonial master was huge, and to maintain such a huge defense expenditure, they had taken bar loans and had increased taxes in India also. Custom duties, which were very relevant, was raised, increased, and income tax was a new kind of tax, which was direct tax, was imposed under colonial control. This affected the general price of the commodities under colonial control. From 1913 to 1918, of 6 years of age time, extreme hardship caused for the common people. Common people was not feeling very much at ease. Particularly India, the condition was very serious, as for common people in India, hard life was started. Economic shortage was also there, and common people's children were by forcefully recruited as a soldier. they were taken out of the school and taken to the training center to fight in World War First. This caused widespread anger among Indian people. They were very not. They were uh, not interested. They were not interested in sending their children for the war. However, they were growing, and they haven't. They were under age also. So, in such condition of wide anger and hard economic hardship, this buoyant condition was also deepened by crop failure in 1819, 1918, 1918 and 1919 and 1920 to 1921. Two financial year, agricultural year, crop was massively failed in India. It caused acute shortage of food in India, and this was also met with an epidemic like influenza. By 1921, about 12 to 13 million people perished, had died as a result of famine and epidemic. So we usually say in our country, our British masters just started general census in 1871, or after from there on every 10 years it was carried on, and it was showing a proper growth rate of the each decade. हर एक दशक में हमारी जनसंख्या एक खास वृद्धि दर से बढ़ती जा रही थी. 1811 तक ये बढ़ते हुए ट्रेंड से बढ़ रही थी हमारी पॉपुलेशन, लेकिन 1921 में ये पहली पॉपुलेशन नीचे के दर से बढ़ रहा था. उसमें बढ़ोतरी नहीं हो रही थी, बल्कि वो डाउनफॉल हो रहा था. इसलिए कह सकते हैं इट वाज डिटोरिएटिंग population strength in India. Vast and massive level of famine and epidemic. So, people hope that this will over after the end of war, World War. ऐसा माना जा रहा था कि जैसे ही विश्व युद्ध की समाप्ति होगी, ये सिचुएशन समाप्त हो जाएगा. But unfortunately, it didn't appear so. इसके बाद हम एक नए आंदोलन की शुरुआत करते हैं. वो नन कॉपरेशन मूवमेंट की बात है, लेकिन उसके पहले महात्मा गांधी ने काफी अच्छा होमवर्क किया. ऐसे आंदोलन की शुरुआत करना चाहते थे असहयोग आंदोलन के तौर पे, जिसमें यहाँ के प्रमुख दो कम्युनिटी के निवासी जो थे, जैसे हिंदू और मुस्लिम, वो साथ चल करके इस नेशनल आंदोलन को कैरी ऑन करें. इसके लिए सिचुएशन भी उन्हें बड़ा पॉजिटिव लगा वर्ल्ड वार के बाद. एज उसको दे दो. एज वी कैन सी, अभी मैंने आपको महात्मा गांधी को बताया था अबाउट हिज आइडिया ऑफ सत्याग्रह. लेट अस गो विद द बुक a little bit. The idea of satyagraha, which was carried on by the Mahatma Gandhi after the return from South Africa in January 1915, where he was working as a law officer in a company, and there he had resisted successfully the racist regime. There, the government was based on the discriminating apartheid policy that was color based, skin color based policy was there. However, South African common or native were blacks, but rural was white, and they had controlled the entire situation of South Africa. The idea of Satyagraha emphasized the power of truth and the need of search for truth. This Satyagraha was a complete idea based on power of truth and need to search for truth. सच्चाई की शक्ति और सच्चाई की खोज दो ऐसे महत्वपूर्ण मुद्दे थे जिस पर सत्याग्रह का विचार अवस्थित था. It suggested that if the cause of was true, ऐसा कहा गया कि यदि आपके आंदोलन करने का कारण बिल्कुल सत्य हो, the struggle was against injustice और आपका संघर्ष अन्याय के खिलाफ हो, then physical force was not necessary to fight the oppressor. तो प्रताड़ना करने वाले लोगों के अगेंस्ट में शारीरिक शक्ति या भौतिक शक्ति की आवश्यकता नहीं है, हथियारों की जरूरत नहीं है. हम सत्याग्रह के द्वारा ऐसी परिस्थिति में बहुत अच्छी और प्रभावशाली लड़ाई लड़ सकते हैं. Without seeking vengeance or being aggressive, बिना बदले की भावना और आक्रामक हुए, a सत्याग्रही could win the battle. एक सत्याग्रही युद्ध जीत सकता है थ्रू नॉन वायलेंस, और वो भी अहिंसात्मक तरीके से, हथियार का उपयोग न करके, लाठी डंडे का प्रयोग करके नहीं, बल्कि वैचारिक हठ के द्वारा, लेकिन आपका कारण सत्य हो. This could be done by appealing the conscience of the oppressor. ये प्रताड़क को, जो अपराध करता है, जो अन्याय करता है, उसके विचार को बदलने के लिए उसे बाध्य करता है. People, including the oppressors, had to be persuaded that to see the truth. वैसे लोग जो आपराधिक प्रवृत्ति के हों और प्रताड़ना करने विश्वास करते हों, उन्हें सिर्फ और सिर्फ वो सच्चाई की स्थिति दिखानी पड़ती है. Instead of being forced to accept truth through the use of violence, उसे सिर्फ अवगत कराना होता है और प्रभावशाली तरीके अवगत कराना पड़ता है, और बगैर किसी हिंसात्मक उपायों से. By this struggle, truth was bound to ultimately triumph. और ऐसी स्थिति में सच्चाई हर हाल में सच्चाई जीतता है. वो सच्चाई जीतने के लिए बाध्य होता है, उसकी हार नहीं होती. महात्मा गांधी believed that this धर्म of non-violence could unite all Indian. और इसी आधार पर महात्मा गांधी का मानना था कि अहिंसा के इस विचार से वो सारे भारतीयों को एक सूत्र में जोड़ सकते हैं. यदि सारे लोग सत्य का और अहिंसा का पालन करना शुरू कर दें तो एक बहुत बड़ी शक्ति तैयार होगी जो ब्रिटिश पावर को यहाँ से उखाड़ फेंकेगी. आफ्टर अराइविंग इंडिया, Mahatma Gandhi successfully organized Satyagraha movement at various places. Okay, we can see in 1916 we have Champaran in Bihar against the oppressive plantation system in there. In 1917, he organized this Satyagraha in support to peasants of Kerala district of Gujarat due to crop failure and plague epidemic. Land revenue could not be paid, and they were demanding a relaxation this time. So it was by means and arguments of the Mahatma Gandhi, government of Indian government, British Indian government acceded the case. And in the last in 1918, Mahatma Gandhi went to Ahmedabad to organize Satyagraha movement amongst cotton mill workers against the mill owner who were demanding bonus for them, and it was also taken into consideration and bonus was granted to them, and this third time Satyagraha was born. Thank you so much. Tomorrow I shall teach you, I shall discuss to you all the Rowlatt Act and what the Mahatma Gandhi has told about his Satyagraha. Thank you so much. Next day, next time.